And I learned at a very young age, in 8th grade, that I had this all or nothing mentality, which can be a very good thing to have, but can also be very destructive. And I'll be honest with you, I fell in love with marijuana. I got drunk for the first time. And I remember I drank so much the first time, I blacked out. There was parts of the night I don't even remember. Todd, you were so crazy last night. Can't believe you were doing this, and you were talking to this girl, and you were doing this. And something clicked in my head. It started to feed my ego. I felt accepted in that moment. And I thought, wow, this is cool. My friends think I'm this neat, crazy partier. And again, that all or nothing mentality kicked in, and I said, I'm going to drink every single weekend. That's what I'm going to start doing. And if I didn't care. I just wanted to get high. I wanted to do whatever it took to get high. And I wanted to be that guy at the party who was the craziest. Because again, in my own mind at that time, I believed that's where I got my acceptance. Something changed my senior year. I recognized that I had this voice inside my head. I had this voice inside my head that was telling me that I was worthless, that I wasn't good enough, that I don't have any friends. Excuse me. That I looked funny. And I started listening to this voice over and over to the point where I got really depressed and sad. Every time I would drink from that point forward, I would punch holes in the wall. I put my head through the wall several times. I threw a chair through a plate glass window because I was angry. Anger is always a secondary emotion. It's always a secondary emotion. What comes before that are the feelings and emotions of hurt or scared. And I was experiencing both. I was hurt, and I was scared of my future. And I was having, again, these suicidal thoughts, and that voice in my head became so loud. You are worthless, Todd. You are no good. I've been doing this for 25 years, working with my clients. And I have witnessed many breakthroughs that come in all shapes and sizes. And what I didn't realize is I was about to experience a breakthrough. A breakthrough is a life-changing moment. And my breakthrough came in the form of a lemonade stand. I was a bartender, and that's not very good for an alcoholic. It's pretty obvious, right? And as a bartender, I'd get tips from the waiters and waitresses and anyone that sat at the bar. And I'd get a lot of change. And I was driving in my neighborhood on a Saturday. It was a beautiful, sunny day. And as I'm driving up this beautiful, windy road, I see this cute little girl selling lemonade. I thought nothing of it. I drove right past. I just kind of glanced, oh, someone's selling lemonade, and I kept driving past. And then I had this impression come over me, turn around and give her all the money in your car. And I thought, wow, that'd be kind of cool. And so I flip a Yui, and I pull over, I roll down my window, and I said, how much? And I think she said 25 cents, if I remember correctly. And I says, I'll take one. So she pours it, brings it over to me, hands it to me, sets it on the dash, and I said, okay, hold your hands out like this. And so she's sitting there like this cute little, fourth grader, and I just start scooping all this change into her hands. And her eyes get all big. Whoa, this is amazing. And I'm like, hold on, I got a little bit more, and I kept scooping. And her face was priceless. And all of a sudden, she just takes off and goes into the house. And in my head, I'm thinking, she's going to go in and tell her parents, I just got $1 million. And so I thought, wow, this is amazing. And as I pulled away, I just start to cry. I start to cry so hard that I have to pull my car over. Have you ever cried so hard that you feel like you're cleansing your soul? That's what it felt like. It was a cleansing cry. Because, see, as an addict, you become very selfish. It's about how can I cheat from you? How can I lie to you? How can I steal from you so I can take care of myself and get high? See, I was very selfish, and for the first time I could ever remember, I actually made someone's day. I went out of my way and made this little girl's year maybe, I don't know. And in that moment, as I was crying, I liked who I was. I felt motivated to not drink or do drugs in that moment. You guys are powerful beyond measure. You're masterful creators because you have the dignity to choose. Because every time you choose, you create. And in that process, you're very powerful. And ultimately, what these three principles lead to is love of self, which is true sobriety. Again, love of self will prove to be the most powerful antidote over any unwanted or addictive behaviors, period.